This is the Hyundai Ioniq 5N. When Hyundai introduced the Ioniq 5 all-electric car a few years ago, it was rolled out with a lot of enthusiasm, but Hyundai's engineers knew they could do better. They knew that this car was capable of doing everything that world-class performance cars could do, so they set out to prove that theory. They gave the Ioniq 5 the N driving dynamics of their performance line. N stands for Namyang, which is where Hyundai's proving ground is in Korea. But in this instance, it also stands for Nürburgring, which is where they tested this performance car. It delivers 601 horsepower, 641 when you put it in boost mode, and 545 pound-feet of torque. But more than that, it is tuned for racing. The wheels are spread to the corners of the car. It has a diffuser on the end for better aerodynamics, and it has all the markings of a performance car, from red stripes and red pixels to suede seats that are designed to keep you planted when heading around those really tight curves at high speed. Everyone said an electric car cannot be the most powerful performance car, but that's clearly not true. Critics, journalists agreed and awarded the Hyundai Ioniq 5N the World Performance Car of the Year for 2024. To prove that an EV could be just as fun to drive as a gas-powered performance car, Hyundai engineered this to look and feel and sound and perform just like a gas-powered performance car. And then when you put it in boost mode, you really feel that power, not just the power of the 641 horsepower, but the power of that instant torque. It throws you back in your seat the way any really, truly world-class performance car will do. Hyundai equipped the Ioniq 5N with sports seats, so they actually have cutouts for racing harnesses, so if you want to install racing harnesses, you can. And then all 5 seats are upholstered in micro suede, and they have bolsters on the sides and on the seats so that the driver and all passengers are firmly planted, no matter whether this car is going through the drive-thru or around the Nürburgring. The interior of the Ioniq 5N draws on the Ioniq 5, which has this large flat screen here. Where it differs is the steering wheel and then the center console and the seating. So we're in sport mode, but it's electric, so you hear a little of the electric hum. But when I tap this N button, and then if I pull the paddle shifters, and all you have to do is pull the paddle shifters, woo! Second gear. There are a series of speakers. Most of them are inside the car. There's a couple on the outside, so that if you're driving by, you will hear a little bit of that engine noise, but not a lot. Most of the sound is actually fed into the cabin. Now, I'm going to hit NGB or N-Grin mode. Ready? It really throws you back in your seat. And look how fast that acceleration is. That is that instant torque and all of that additional 40 horsepower. So it really gives you that, the intention is to give you that 600 horsepower. If you're not going fast enough, you're not going to get it. But merging onto the highway or on a private track, that is going to be fun. The Ioniq 5 is an electric car, so you can go into your EV settings and you can see your range and how much of your battery is left. But for the N version, you want to go into N mode. On this screen, you have all of your performance metrics and some options here. For instance, you can turn on N pedal, and it will even show you what you need to do to make N pedal work, which is sport mode, dedicated for tracks, or ideal for track driving, and race mode. And you can even drift in this car, and it shows you what you need to do to be able to get that traction control off. You want to be in Sport Plus. It's ideal not to use these modes when driving on city streets. With the custom settings, you can set up N mode however you'd like, and then over here, you even have the option to track your performance on the track. And then there's launch control, and launch control is essentially starting from 0 and going as fast as you can as you would on a drag strip. As performance cars go, it's priced squarely in the middle, $67,000. It's all in, it's a package. You could probably add a few things, but not much. What you see is what you get in the Hyundai Ioniq 5N. The Hyundai Ioniq 5N is a great daily driver. It's really comfortable. It's got plenty of passenger space and rear seat legroom, plus a lot of space in the hatch for cargo. So it's great for road trips and family driving, but it's for that enthusiast who wants to take it out on the track or twisty mountain roads on the weekends.